Today, we're diving into setting up a pre-order campaign as an author. Pre-orders can be really fun and a great way to give your most loyal readers the chance to be the first to receive your book and possibly get some additional bonuses for pre-ordering as well. Now, I'd be lying if I said that pre-orders for indie authors are crucial to a book success because your book has such a long lifespan after the book's out. So if you don't have a lot of pre-orders or you don't do a pre-order campaign, that doesn't mean your book won't be successful. So I just want to share that in advance. But it can be really great to send traffic to your Amazon book page leading up to your book launch and give your book a bit of a visibility boost before your book comes out. Plus, you then have people who are receiving your book right on release day who might be eager to leave reviews, which is also really helpful to have during release week. So those are a few reasons why pre-orders can be important. So today we're going to be talking about how to set up a pre-order campaign, the types of incentives that you can offer, and executing it and analyzing your results. So let's get started. Firstly, let's make sure we're on the same page about what a pre-order campaign is. Simply put, this is a marketing campaign where you promote the fact that your book is available for pre-order and try to get orders on the book before it's actually out on release day. So typically, pre-order campaigns can run anywhere from a month ahead of the book being out to even up to a year, which can be a little lengthy. I generally recommend 1 to 4 months ahead of your book being out is a good timeline because it's not too far ahead that people figure they might as well just wait till the book's out, and it's not too close to the book being released because if you're only doing pre-orders for a week or so in advance, there's not really a whole lot of point to doing that. So 1 to 4 months is a good place to start. Depending on what self-publishing platform you're using, Ingram Spark or KDP, you have different options in terms of setting up your pre-orders. As of right now, when I'm filming this, you can only do ebook pre-orders with KDP, whereas with Ingram Spark, you can do paperback pre-orders. As you're setting up your pre-order campaign, you want to think about what types of offers or incentives you could give to your readers who end up pre-ordering the book. And there are endless options. This is really where you can get creative and think about what your readers would enjoy. Things like signed copies of your past books, or a signed copy of this new book that they're pre-ordering. Maybe they get a bonus short story or prequel to the book, or an exclusive sneak peek at the next book in the series. If you're a nonfiction author, especially in the business realm, it's very common to give a free course for someone pre-ordering your book. I'm in the mental health and nonfiction realm. I offered signed books. I offered postcards that I mailed out to the first 50 people who pre-ordered my last book, and I even raffled off a custom poem, which was really exciting. A central theme was self-doubt, and there was a lot of talk about mirrors and reflections in the book. So I also had custom mirrors made that I ordered on Etsy, and a few people won those as well. So the possibilities are endless. You really just want to think through a few things. The first one is, of course, your budget, especially if you're an indie author and you're paying for this out of pocket. How much do you want to be spending on your pre-order campaign? The next thing you want to consider is the amount of time it will take you to fulfill your pre-order campaign. So even though I had hundreds of postcards for my last book, I knew that I did not want to write out hundreds of postcards for my last book. So I only offered the postcards to the first 30 people, and then I ended up raising it a little bit to give some more people a postcard as well. And writing out those 40 or 50 did take some time, so that's something to consider. Of course, there's also shipping costs. If you are shipping signed books internationally, that can get pricey, so another thing to consider as well. A lot of people will do virtual postcards or virtual meet and greets. Maybe people who pre-order get access to a virtual launch party where you hop on Zoom or Google Meet, and only the people who pre-ordered are invited and can ask you questions and hear you read from the book on launch day. So brainstorm some pre-order incentive ideas for your next book. That would be fitting. So there's so much you can do with incentives and offering people just a little bit of a bonus for pre-ordering early. Not everyone has to win a prize. Just make sure that those rules are clear. If they are entering to win one of 10 prizes, there's only one prize, or if everyone gets something. Just make sure that that's clear while you're promoting the campaign, which leads me to my next topic of how to actually get the word out about your pre-order campaign. Start by thinking about what platforms you currently use, where your audience might be, and how many places you want to advertise your new book. You can promote your book on social media platforms like Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. You can do a podcast tour and go on different podcasts. talking about a topic in the book and using those listeners to promote your book and that pre-order campaign. You should definitely be promoting your book to your email newsletter and getting pre-orders that way. Other options are a blog tour or sending your book out to a few other people on social media whose audience might enjoy the book. The possibilities for marketing are endless, but pre-orders work so well with a digital marketing campaign. The biggest thing to remember when promoting your pre-order campaign is that this is an exclusive offer that has an end date. A lot of people really enjoy the incentive of something exclusive. If this short story is never going to be offered again, or this live virtual launch party is exclusive to just the people who pre-ordered the book, or there's only 3 signed books to be given away, and this is the only opportunity to get them. So this is a great marketing tactic to make your readers feel really proud to be a part of your pre-order campaign and to be the first to get your book on release day. So these are all things that you should be including in your messaging, no matter where you promote this pre-order campaign, to get the most pre-orders. And of course, while the prizes are great and the incentives are great, remember to promote what your book is about, what your readers will feel and learn and think and take away from reading your book. All of these things are things that you can promote over time as the months go by in your pre-order campaign, warming people up to the idea of pre-ordering and reminding them why it is so important. With my last pre-order campaign, I really focused on the reader and what they would get from the book, but also emphasizing the fact that the prizes were limited, the deadline to pre-order, why it was important to me as the author, and how they would be helping support the book and make sure that it gets in front of the right people who really need to see this book. So definitely make sure in your messaging and your promotions for your pre-order campaign that you are explaining all of these things in detail. And the last thing to remember with a pre-order campaign is that some people just won't pre-order. They want to get the book on release day or during release week when they know that they can get it instantly versus waiting weeks or months for the book to be out. So don't be discouraged if you don't get as many as you want. And remember that in marketing, it can take people 7 to 10 times or more of seeing a message before they decide to buy. So if you feel like you are repeating the same thing over and over again, it's time to switch up your messaging, but also just remember that some people are listening very intently to everything you're saying and waiting for the right moment for them to purchase. Let's talk more about the logistics of actually making a pre-order incentive happen. What I typically do for my pre-order campaigns is set up a quick Google form because it's free and most people have a Google account. So I had my readers pick which prize they wanted and then upload a photo of their proof of purchase. Now I said block out any personal information. I don't need to know any of that. I don't need, any of your payment information. I just want to see that you pre-ordered the book. So usually a receipt or just a screenshot of the Amazon, thanks for your order screenshot. Those all worked well for me, and I was able to enter them into the drawing that way. Then all I did was upload the names of the people into a random name generator. I just Googled random name generators, put in the names, and selected my winners from there. So that's a really simple way you can do it. If you're not anticipating a lot of entries, you could always just ask people to email you, respond to an email marketing newsletter that you send out, and attach their proof of purchase or any other information that you need. Make sure you're not over asking for information. So if you're not sending out anything physical, you don't need their physical address. Just their email address and proof of purchase would do fine if you are emailing out prizes. As your pre-order campaign continues, be sure to track how many pre-orders you're actually getting with whatever self-publishing platform you are using. Note if there was a boost of pre-orders on any particular date, and pay attention to what you said on those days. If you noticed more pre-orders on this certain date than others, was there a post that you did on social media that went really well, or an email newsletter that you send out that day? Pay attention to what is actually going on around this pre-order campaign that is driving the most traffic to your book and getting the most pre-orders for you. Pre-orders can be such a great way to get your readers engaged in purchasing your book before it is even available. So I hope that if you decide to try a pre-order campaign, that this video was helpful, that you'll have some amazing incentives to offer, and that you'll be able to set up your pre-order campaign with ease. It should be a fun and enjoyable experience to promote your book in advance and get some extra orders coming through the door before your book is even out into the world. If you have any questions about pre-order campaigns or anything you'd like to see covered in my future videos, please let me know. And if you are setting up a book launch, I recommend that you check out my book strategy playlist for a bunch of helpful videos. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye!